This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on this Friday. I'm Tito Jeff Thitoff. To my left, Bobby Carpenter. Bodie Wells, other side of the fake glass. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. 2 hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Also on Facebook, on Twitter, all those things. Big show lined up for you today, Bob. Good morning. Welcome back to the great state of Ohio, Bob.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Long time since I've been in here doing a show with you guys, and feeling much more well-rested now after some travels. Going down to the game. That's doing this show from Central Time is a rough situation. Unfortunately, I had my flight planned to Phoenix. Got to cancel that guy. And I'm feeling better because I was thinking about how tired I would be doing that show at 4 o'clock in the morning as opposed to even 5.
Luckily, your Highness will be there to help you out.
Yeah, well, he does it for 15 minutes and comes on in the middle of the show. I would have been on for 2 hours and been on at the very beginning. So in addition to all the other stuff that I'd be doing while I was there. And so, yeah, there was a lot that would have been going on. But unfortunately, yeah, the Buckeyes, yesterday's show was a blur. I don't know if I had any real sleep going into it. So
you didn't.
Hopefully today will be a more coherent version of that.
Jackets host the Sabres 3 o'clock Saturday. Cavs host Denver at 7:30 tonight. OSU men at Rutgers tonight at 8 o'clock. OSU women host Rutgers at 2 o'clock on Sunday. OSU men are at Rutgers at 8 o'clock. OSU women host Rutgers 2 o'clock on Sunday. In college football yesterday, we had 3 banger of a games there. Oregon beat Texas Tech 23-0. Indiana over Alabama 38-3. Ole Miss 39-34 over Georgia.
I would say we had one banger game. The other two were beatdowns.
So that's my question to you. You and Bodie both. Set your Ohio State and Notre Dame allegiances aside. If we had a Final Four that was Indiana and Texas Tech.
Oh, no. Yeah, well.
Okay.
Oregon's not in this?
No, I'm asking you a question now.
Okay.
If our Final Four, if we had a 14 playoff, it was Indiana, Texas Tech, and Ohio State, Georgia, is that better for you as a college football fan? Again, allegiances aside. Is it better to have that 14 playoff or Indiana against Oregon in Miami, Ole Miss? Which one's better for you as a college football fan?
I think the one we're getting is
better.
I think so too.
Really?
I like Indiana-Oregon rematch.
Okay.
I think that's fun because Indiana was the better team in Autzen a couple months ago.
Sure.
And they still, they're favored. And sometimes it's still hard to wrap your head around the fact that Indiana might be playing
the hell out of Alabama.
Oh,
everybody that came in there and talked about how Alabama, they got better players, they've got this and that.
Wasn't even close.
The first series, I'm like, okay, maybe Indiana, this might be a little tough for them. They pounded the football on them.
Yeah.
And Alabama could not move the ball at all.
And then on the other side of the bracket, I think the Ole Miss story is
great.
Incredible. Like Indiana is an all-time story, and Ole Miss might be runner-up for it. The fact that they are now a game away from also playing for the national title. And I like some new blood in there. I saw this morning that this is the first time in the CFP field, even counting the 4 team, which obviously never had the first round of the quarterfinals.
4 new teams.
Not only 4 new, but this is the first time we've ever not had Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama, at least one of those teams in. Obviously, I know around here, if the Buckeyes were in it, that'd be more exciting and whatnot. But I like the fresh blood. I think it's not like it's Tulane and made it all the way. It's still, I would say these are 4 of the best teams out of the best 6 or 7, and they kind of have been for most of the year.
That surprised me. You both said that.
Why?
Like, I feel the other way. Like, I'd rather have allegiances aside, because I just feel like Ohio State and Georgia and Indiana and Texas Tech.
Texas Tech would get smoked by Indiana.
Yeah, that's my thing with them is I don't even think they're. It's hard to.
I wanted them to be good.
Yeah.
And their offense, defensively they are.
Right.
Offensively they can't score.
That's my thing. I think Oregon can give Indiana a game. I don't know. I don't see that. I wouldn't have seen that happening with Texas Tech. I think Georgia Ohio State would have been a great game too. I just like some fresh blood in there. I think it's healthy for the sport that it's no longer just like, cool, Georgia, Bama.
Okay.
And, the same old.
Again, allegiances aside, Last year, 12-team playoff was a hit. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a hit again this year?
Here's the thing. There's a lot of blowouts in those first couple games.
Right. We've got 7 of 8 teams that get the buys that don't win.
I don't think that to me is Ohio State and Miami were 2 really good football teams.
Yep.
I mean, it ended up being a 10-point game, but I mean, and largely it was a 1-possession game. It had chances to win. Indiana's just better than Alabama. You can say whatever you want about the buys and everything else.
Right.
And Oregon was just better than Texas Tech. Like in reality, like if you look at which teams were better, like those were the better teams. Now, the Georgia Ole Miss thing, like they had played before, and Ole Miss was up on Georgia by 10 going into the fourth quarter, like right at the end of the third. Like that was a game that was very similar, to the Indiana and Oregon game. Like there was swings back and forth. So that game wasn't surprising. The thing that's surprising is the fact that their head coach is gone. That's why everybody's looking at that in a different light.
Yeah, I think if Kiffin was there, I don't even think we'd blink twice about Ole Miss winning that game.
No.
And if you want to date back to last year, too, in terms of the buys, teams with buys losing, well, 2 of those teams were Arizona State and Boise State, who only got buys because of the conference championship wins there. And then the other 2 was Oregon losing to Ohio State, and I can't remember who was favored in that game. I would honestly guess Ohio State off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think Oregon was favored by a little, but it wasn't big.
Field goal. Yeah. And then the Georgia-Notre Dame game was a pick'em. Yeah. So, I don't think we've seen – I know it's kind of been a big talking point about the teams with buys losing, but I think for the most part, the favorites have won. And if you look at the times that the favorites haven't won, like Ohio State beating Oregon last year wasn't like, holy crap, like they played them to a point in Autzen.
Probably the way they beat them, I think, was different. But the one thing, Breer tweeted this out, and it was a really good, succinct tweet about it because people talk about the games. Here's what was more interesting. It said he looked it up, and the last 6 CFP, this was going into Indiana and Alabama, which I guess Indiana had the bye, so you can say what you want for start. Didn't look like they started slow. The 6 PF teams that had the buys were down 17-7, 34-8, 17-3, 14-0, and 13-0 at the half. So, I think it was more of a function of those teams starting really slow. And is that coaching? Is it whatever? Maybe some of it. I think a lot of it was just the asymmetry in talent on those teams. Like the way that we judge college football, we try to pick which teams are best and who goes in there and different things. Like reality, Texas Tech, well, they probably deserve to be that number 4 spot.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were the number 4 best team, though. I don't know if they should have really had that bye. I would have said that probably Oregon and Ole Miss were better than them. And
building off of that, Tito, a second ago, you said last year the 12-teamer was a hit. This year, I think it mostly is again. We've had some duds, there's no question.
Sure.
But I think we saw last year the 2 semifinal games were both really good because the teams who got there earned their way there. You mentioned a second ago, Indiana versus Texas Tech, Ohio State versus Georgia. Well, that's what the 4-team playoff would have given us.
Yes.
But 3 of those 4 teams obviously didn't earn their way to it.
Sure.
So,
Lane Kiffin made $500,000 yesterday.
Yeah, good for him.
Okay, here's my question.
Did he go to the game? I didn't watch it.
No, he didn't. He went to LSU women's game, basketball game. Okay, here's my question.
He was out there holding hands with Kim Mulkey.
He was.
Very strange scene.
Okay, so was yesterday.
Where's that compared to the family?
Let's take family. Let's take the. Okay, Lane Kiffin getting $500,000. Also, they win without him. Is it a good day for Lane Kiffin?
I think so. I think it shows the team that he built.
That's exactly
that's the team that he put together.
Okay. So you're saying, but so then the Lane Kiffin coaching part doesn't matter as much.
If they win a national championship, Lane might be kicking himself a little bit.
He might also win more money. I don't know what he gets next. I'm not sure the next bonus is.
Another $500,000.
Fine. He gets $500,000. A good day for him, but they also win without him.
Yeah, I think we've probably maybe started to hit the threshold of if they win anymore, it starts to go it goes below them and goes the line.
So now we should root against them.
Yeah, maybe hey, I built this team and I almost beat Georgia.
Right.
So just because they did it without me,
they won without me.
But then you beat Miami, and if you were to beat Indiana or Oregon,
right,
that might start to teeter on what's Bill Simmons call it? The Ewing theory, where the team's better without the
without
star
the guy, yeah,
player,
without the star
coach,
player.
whatever.
Yes, yes. All right, make us smarter, Bobby.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Oh boy, it is January 2nd, the second day of the year.
There we go.
It's a quick 363 left. Cruising along, just banging them out, Bodie, one day at a time. The state's 1781. Speaking of Georgia, they become the fourth state to ratify the Constitution.
Ooh.
And the last SEC team to get knocked out.
2 straight Sugar Bowl losses.
There, yeah.
Hate to see it.
This state 1900, the Chicago Canal opens. State 1941, the Andrews Sisters release the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Star is playing with them. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B.
What is the hand thing now? Is that you playing the piano?
I started the head thing, and I remember what you said about it, so I didn't want to do the bobblehead, so I just kind of moved in.
What is this?
I don't know, but it's just like, I don't know.
Don't even look good when you sing.
It's fine.
You don't even look good.
$1,200 a week.
I didn't want to do the bobblehead thing, so I did the hand thing.
This state 19 is
That's what she said.
65. That's pretty good by you,
Thank you.
Thitoff. The New York Jets sign their future Hall of Fame quarterback, Joe Namath.
You guys been talking for 2 weeks now. I said, I'm tired of hearing it. I said, I got news for you. We're going to win the game. I guarantee it.
What made that so real for everybody is that he was as good and he delivered on everything he said.
The game is over. The New York Jets are the world champions. They have upset the Baltimore Colts and beat them handily here today.
Joe, you're king of the hill. No, we're king of the hill. We got the team, brother.
I think he was disappointed yesterday in Alabama.
I don't know if he knows, but anyway, he gets in because of that game. His stats were not good.
No, he didn't have great stats, but
No.
listen, he won
That's
a
the
game
one.
that they were
A
not
big
supposed
game.
to win.
Yeah, an NFL game, big deal, guaranteed it all of that. Yes, he is the king of getting in on hype, and one game is what he is.
Well, he played in New York. He wore a fur coat on the sideline. Like he had some good numbers. Like holistically, his numbers are not good for his career.
Right.
He also had some knee issues. Like he was beat up pretty bad. But listen, you go win that game. I mean, he was the reason why I played well, and good for old Broad. I mean, his nickname is Broadway Joe, for heaven's
I know.
sake. He's not going to put him in.
More receptions and touchdowns, but certainly though.
Yeah, it was a different time. Like
Yes.
you got to compare stats relative to the era that you played in.
That's fair.
And yeah, it was what's his name? Captain America from
Roger Staubach.
no, the first the high white.
Oh,
high
Meredith?
black, no, not Danny. He's not. No, get off Cowboy
Okay,
quarterback.
let's go.
He said Captain America.
Johnny Unitas.
Steve
Okay.
Rogers.
United,
Yeah,
yeah.
Steve Rogers.
Right. You're right.
He's
Steve
coming-
Rogers
he's coming
with
back, though.
Also in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, Johnny Unitas with the high top shoes, yes.
Yeah, he wasn't quite as good as Johnny Unitas.
No, he wasn't.
This date, 1967, Ronald Reagan is sworn in as the governor of California.
With all the thanks that we have for all our good friends in the other party and the independents who helped us achieve this, I know they won't mind if I say a word right now to all of the members of our party. Just a few minutes ago, we had a call from Governor Romney of Michigan. And in congratulating us out here,
His dad.
as we were congratulating him,
Mitty?
Come on.
Governor
Mitt Senior?
Romney said that
Mittens.
perhaps the significant thing in this election is that now, maybe in our party, we can put the party together nationally, as he said, we have put it together here in California.
Hey, you think Mitt is short for mittens?
I think so. I do not identify
As
as a Republican or Democrat.
Congratulations.
I don't identify either way. Okay. I will say this. Ronald Reagan, great president.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, great dude.
Yeah.
Did a good job. It's wild. It was in 67. He didn't become the president for 13 more years. Some other news today. This is 1969. The Beatles begin work on their Let It Be album. Final album. Was it? Am I correct in saying that?
No, was it? I don't know if Let It Be was their last album. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know if it was. Was the White Album?
I thought that was before it, but I'm
Might
not
have been. I'm going to
positive.
look it up while you're
That was
talking
69.
there because Yeah.
And then in 1972, the Dallas Cowboys beat the San Francisco 49ers 14-3 in the NFC Championship game.
With 19 seconds remaining in the game, Brody was chased out of the pocket and served up his third interception of the day. The theft by Cliff Harris squeezed the last breath out of the 49ers as the Cowboys delighted their fans with a 14-3 victory over San Francisco. In a game that must have put the scoreboard operator to sleep, Tom Landry's doomsday defense held Dick Nolan's 49ers to their lowest point total in 5 years.
They won the Super Bowl that year, didn't they, Bodie? 72?
That sounds right. 72 and 77.
Well, 72, wasn't 72 the Miami season? 70,
no, you're right. Maybe, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, it goes...
I think, though...
Go ahead.
Was that... So that was January of 72. So that would have been the 71
I thought 72
season.
was their perfect season. They won the Super Bowl in 73 to cap the perfect season.
So they beat the Dolphins 24-3 in that Super Bowl.
Boom.
Okay. All right.
So,
I was just looking at those banners.
yeah,
up there,
and the
Bodie.
very next year,
the Dolphins
would have won it in 73 calendar year, but the fall of 72.
All right, so think about this. Beatles, White Album, November 68.
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine, January 69, a couple months later. Then you've got Abbey Road, September 69, Let It Be, May 1970.
There you go.
Like Jordan in the 90s.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Same thing.
Some birthdays today. The man in khakis turning 79 today, Mr. Jack Hanna.
Columbus, Ohio, for me, everybody, is not just a dream of a lifetime. It saved my daughter's life. Our daughter, Julie, I don't get all choked up on this, but my daughter, Julie, was at St. Jude Hospital. They suggested they couldn't do any more, to go to some hospitals. One of the places they said, Columbus, Ohio, like California, New York, whatever, 5 or 6 places to go. I said, Sue, we went to Muskingum College, so let's go to Ohio. So can you imagine, my daughter has leukemia and cancer, we come to Nationwide Children's Hospital, and the same time the zoo is looking for a zoo director. You talk about a family being blessed. I mean, this is beyond a dream.
Oh, Jack Hanna, one of the great.
Love Jack Hanna.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, Bob, you said man in khakis. I was thinking Harbaugh. Do you think man in khakis?
The
you
man in
think Harbaugh?
khaki, like just the general khaki. He wears like the full.
Yes.
It's kind of like I don't know what it would be called, the full khaki like outfit.
Right, it's a khaki.
Like the Canadian
top and bottom.
tuxedo is the full denim. I don't know what should be the Hanna tuxedo. I don't know.
Man in khakis, Jack Hanna. Man in khakis is probably Harbaugh, right?
There you go.
Okay.
Speaking of the Cowboys, though, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro. Maybe even more famously noted for his famous son, Grant, Mr. Calvin Hill, turning 79.
Then there was the man from Yale, who ran from the cloistered walls of the Ivy League into the pros without losing a stride. Unheralded, but unstoppable, Calvin Hill became the most feared power-speed combination to hit the pros since Jimmy Brown. In a game of specialists, versatile Calvin Hill was a throwback to earlier eras because he ran, caught, and passed with equal ease.
Yeah, Bob, you look at it, and if you go back and watch the Fab Fives, 30 for 30, and hear about Jalen Rose's hatred for Grant Hill because he came from like a successful family.
Yeah,
in
his
fact,
parents both went to Yale.
And his mom dormed with Hillary Rodham Clinton. That was like they were in a dorm together. The two of them were. So and he talks about his jealousy of that because Jalen Rose never really knew his dad.
Yeah.
Well, Calvin Hill's awesome, dude. He used to be around us when we were in Dallas. He was.
Oh, you got to meet him, talk to him?
Oh, yeah, he was around us all the time. He was on that 72 team, but he won the Super Bowl. Very big part of that. Finished up his career with the Cleveland Browns.
Yep, sure did.
More birthdays today. Turning 65, one of the members of the Pony Express, Mr. Craig James.
The Pony Express at SMU was something to behold. Back in the early 80s, SMU had themselves a backfield like no other, with Eric Dickerson and Craig James thundering down the field. They were the heart and soul of the Mustangs, a 1-2 punch that left defenses gasping for air. With that powerful wishbone offense, SMU plowed through opponents, racking up yards and points, and went undefeated in 1982, earning them a share of the national title. Dickerson, with his blazing speed, James, with his hard-nosed running style, it was like watching poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion.
So amazing what those teams did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, it was a bit induced by outside forces.
Who wasn't?
Sorry.
You're right. Everybody was. I know.
It doesn't impact the play on the field.
Yeah.
No, okay, it does impact how hard you played. It impacts how you put the team together.
Yeah, that might be true. Turning 63 today, the 5-time All-Star, David Cohn.
Popped up and playable. Gracious. A perfect save by David Cohn.
There we go. And turning 63, 7-time All-Star, Edgar Martinez.
They would love a base hit into the gap, and they could win it with Junior speed to stretch. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Edgar Martinez. Swung on and lined down the left field line for a base hit. Here comes Joy. Here is Junior to third base. They're going to wave him in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my. Edgar Martinez with a double. Ripped down the left field line, and they are going crazy at the Kingdom.
Edgar Martinez.
Unfortunately, they don't win the next one.
I'll say Junior Griffey, A-Rod, Randy Johnson.
That's a pretty good team. They won like 120-some games.
I think they won 2,000 games that year, and they can't get to the World Series.
They got to the championship. They got to the ALCS.
I know, but they
Listen, sports are a weird, funny thing, man.
I know.
Best teams don't always win.
Tell me, look at CFP. Go ahead.
Or get in, Tito.
Right. Look, I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize. Brody, Notre Dame. Yes, I got you.
And finally, final birthday for today. Well, 2. Cuba Gooding Jr. turning 58.
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is.
Yes.
Show me the money.
Oh.
Show me the money. That's it, brother, but you got to yell that shit. Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. What you gonna do, Jerry? Show me the money. Congratulations, you're still my agent.
So great.
Bodie, there's video of Bobby doing the same thing.
It's not, I don't
He
think
did the
video,
same thing.
I think that video exists.
Bobby, I think it's true. Okay, better movie. Jerry Maguire or Boys in the Hood?
Ooh. Very different.
Yes. They're very different. No doubt about it, yes. But
Very
I'm
different.
saying, though, which is a better... If I tell you could watch one movie on a flight, what are you watching?
Probably be more comfortable for the people around me to watch Jerry Maguire.
When do you care about people around you? You don't care about that, Bob.
Well,
no, Bob,
I don't
are.
watch movies on planes, by the way.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't when I go to sleep. I read a book and
Didn't
go
you
to
tell us
sleep.
the other day you watched a movie on the plane? What'd you watch?
What did I tell you? When did
I thought you watched a
this?
movie on a plane the other day. I thought you said you on your flight out. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I
okay.
didn't.
I thought you watched a movie on the flight out too.
I took a nap.
Okay.
I read a book and took a nap.
Watch the back of my eyelids.
Yeah.
There you go.
What I did on the way back here, I slept the whole time. They only
same
woke me
thing.
to give me my meal. And then I ate it and then went right back to sleep.
Fish or chicken?
Neither. A braised
Fish on a
shrimp.
plane. That
No, I never would get fit. Come on, man. Pull it right out of the sky, fresh.
Bodie, which one would you watch? You got one movie to watch.
I guess I'd go Jerry Maguire because I've never seen Boys in the
Boys
You've
in the
never
Hood's
seen
good.
Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the
Dude, you
Hood's
got to
good.
watch that.
You would
Okay.
like it.
Add it to the
Oh,
list.
telling you, dude.
And then finally turning 51 today, Mr. Dax Shepard.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to upgrade the parking spot, but my son gets a role as one of the kid ninjas. All right? He's going to love me for it. It's going to drive my ex-wife crazy.
So far, so good, but in the words of Jerry Maguire...
The human head weighs 8 pounds.
No, show me the money.
Andy, do you know how lucky you are to work here? I'm a kingmaker. Pip Wiley, Chuck Warshank, Selena Gomez, I made them.
You discovered Selena Gomez?
Different Selena Gomez.
Do you know what movie that's from, Thitoff?
No.
Employee of the Month.
No, it's from
Is
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I
Oh,
haven't
that's
seen
right.
Parks and Rec I've never seen a Parks and Rec episode.
I've seen
Parks and Rec is great.
It
I
is
Is that
good.
the one with where they talk about the comeback story? That's the
Yeah,
clip?
yeah.
Okay, I've seen that clip.
Kim,
That's Chris
Kardashian.
Pratt.
Yes.
I've not seen the
Seabiscuit.
Kardashian thing.
Kim
I've not
Kardashian.
seen.
Well,
You know?
It's one of the great clips I've ever seen.
And it wasn't in the show.
No.
It was
a blooper, like an outtake. Yeah,
Well, he just threw it in there.
Chris Pratt's hilarious.
Okay, so you watch Parks and Rec or The Office?
Ooh.
I'd still go The Office, but Parks and Rec is very good.
Very similar to it, right?
Yeah, it's made by the
Adjacent.
same people, like
Yeah.
directors, producers, whatever. So
What do we
if
have,
you like
people?
The Office, you
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you.
Some holidays observances today. It is National Buffet Day, National Cream Puff Day. How about that? It's National Motivation and Inspiration Day, World Introvert Day as well. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays observances for this date, Friday, January 2nd, the second day of the year, and a mere 363 days remaining in this 2026.
You know what Lou Holtz once said about motivation, Tito? He said, motivation's easy. You simply get rid of the people who aren't motivated.
Okay. Here's my question.
Yes.
Bobby, we're not doing that today. January 1st.
Yeah.
Is that the most popular day people start diets?
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people probably start them on the 2nd.
You think
or the Monday
Yeah,
after, the first Monday of the year.
Today feels like a Monday to me because it's the first time I've been back here in a long time, but it's actually a Friday, and I really wish I wasn't going to have to, just the whole, I'm physically exhausted. Like,
Okay.
I feel better now because I slept for, I don't know, what's 7:30 to 4-ish. I mean, I got a good, 10 and a half hours of sleep.
That's great.
I wish I would have went to bed at 5. But, yeah.
I was thinking yesterday, I'll go sober 2026.
And then the Miami game happened.
Well, no, I'm like,
hold on.
Maybe. I like the fact you said the Monday after. That helps me out.
Yeah. Give
So
you
I got a few more days.
Yeah. See what happens Sunday night in Pittsburgh.
Right, exactly. Like I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to indoor golf simulator on Sunday from 6 to 8. Yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
Started tomorrow.
Tomorrow, by the way.
I've never been to tomorrow.
Here's the question.
It's always arriving but never comes.
Okay, here's the question.
Tomorrow.
What's the most popular day to start a diet? January 1st or tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, for sure.
It's always tomorrow? Tomorrow. You think more people start tomorrow?
Always tomorrow.
Over January 1st?
Yeah, always tomorrow.
Coming up next, transfer portal opened up. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're already there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at MDA.org today.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
It's Morning Juice. Bodie, I almost asked you to get together the bus boys. Do the bus boys meaning to either one of you? If I say the bus boys, Bobby, does it do anything for you?
Talking about the podcast?
No.
That was honestly the first thing I thought of, too. And I assume that's
There's a Bus Boys podcast?
Mean?
It's called Bussin' with the Boys. I thought you were
boys,
just
okay.
mistaken on how you delivered it.
The Bus Boys is a band. They were famous in Trading Places or Beverly Hills Cop, one or the other. One of the Eddie Murphy movies early on. They had a song called The Boys Are Back in Town.
You know who didn't like Beverly Hills
Isn't that
Cop?
Thin Lizzy?
They had one also, yes, but also the Bus
Daryl
Boys.
Stingley wasn't a big fan of
I
Beverly
got
Hills
you. Yes,
Cop.
that's fine. He wasn't. But there's a song, The Boys Are Back in Town. I know what
Corny
you're saying.
anyway.
All right, Charlie.
His eyes were trembling. Because
That's the kind of stuff, by the way. You look at karma. How the hell is Eddie Murphy? How the hell is Charlie Murphy dead? And like Dane Cook still alive?
What does that mean?
I'm just saying, Dane Cook's not nearly as funny as Charlie Murphy. Dane Cook still alive. Charlie Murphy dead.
That's what, when it's your time, that's how they judge. How funny were you? You know what? You should stay around a little
though.
longer.
You did miss a pretty good one we played today in history on Shane Gillis's birthday, Bob.
Oh, that'd have been a good one.
It wasn't quite Charlie Murphy,
No.
but talking about girlfriends and wheelchairs.
Yes. I'm just it's
little Hot Wheels action.
yes.
action.
It just feels it's not. That's where I wonder. And I'm not getting all religious right now or political. But is there a God?
How was O.J. Simpson alive and Walter Payton was dead for a long time?
That happened, dude. Seriously.
The Lord kept O.J. here to try to find
Cole's killer.
O.J. was innocent, Bob. If you remember correctly, jury of his peers
Twitter
said
world.
not guilty.
Not guilty is a lot different than being innocent.
Now listen, you were a great rusher to judgment, is what you were right there. He was the greatest rusher of all time. You were the greatest rusher to judgment. You and Norm Macdonald both.
R.I.P. Speaking of
Norm Macdonald. How's Norm Macdonald dead and Dane Cook still alive? We'll go on Dane Cook.
because he was wrongfully accusing O.J. for all those years. Karma got him.
That right there, I think I've wasted time in my life. There's been time I've wasted, Bob, believe it or not.
I have a hard time believing that.
I know you do. I know. But I spent a lot of time. I don't say wasted. I spent a lot of time watching Norm Macdonald clips.
Yeah.
The interview he did with Conan O'Brien.
Oh, so good.
Who was the, what's the actress's name? She was on, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about, right, Bob? The blonde.
Yeah.
She did the movie with Carrot Top.
That narrows it down.
That's, yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of those.
What was it? Conan O'Brien.
O'Brien, Norm Macdonald, Courtney Thorne Smith.
Yes, you nailed it right as it was popping
Courtney
up
Thorne
on
Smith.
On the Google, Tito.
That right there is one of the funniest segments in talk show history.
That's very good.
Go watch after the show. Don't do it now. Stay here. Open a new tab. Open a new tab on your computer, and you can watch it if you want. But it is hilarious what he did. I didn't mean to sound a lisp there. Hilarious. I didn't mean to go, Your Highness, right? Did we get any feedback on Your Highness yesterday from anybody above us?
We did not.
Did you, Bob? Did you pick up on that yesterday, Bob?
He's talking about horses.
With Your Highness?
Get any feedback? Was he on the show with us yesterday?
Yes, he was. Yep.
Okay, let's go back to Dallas. Bob, we'll do this off the air. Yes, he was on with us yesterday.
It's a joke.
I don't think it was a joke, Bob. I think that was a real brain pause by you.
Listen, sometimes Your Highness comes on and he just spreads the fogginess of the brain.
Any chance, Bob, that was a brain pause by you.
No, it's a joke.
That's your poll question, Bodie. Was it a joke? Was it a brain pause?
I already got like 3.
Yeah. No, look, honestly, because I don't know sometimes. You and I have talked about this before, Bodie. The holiday where it falls screws up our weeks.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to believe today's a Friday.
Feels great, though.
I know it does for you. I know. But I'm saying, like, today could be a Monday. Or it could be a Sunday. Like I'm saying, it feels weird.
Be honest with you, it could be any day.
Could be.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it feels weird to me. So sometimes, like, when I look at it, it's like the holiday being where it is, it screws up our week. And so, yesterday was your highest Thursday. It was a Brody Thursday. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Don't do your read now, Bob. You want to wait?
Let's do it right now.
Do it.
There we go. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you got a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't forget, folks, this time next week, 6:20, we'll have Bill Bender on the Sporting News on Monday. We'll talk to him. Can't wait for that. Coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Attack and dominate, YouTubers. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Bodie, mic's off?
Yes,
Please
they were.
Tell me they were. That's the podcast, by the way. Go. That's a show right there, Bobby. That right there was a show. Morning Juice. Oh, let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
Just so you know, Bobby, already got 2 out of 3 right yesterday. He told me before the day started. He said Alabama win. He also said Oregon, and he said Ole Miss.
Is it more impressive that he hit Ole Miss or more disappointing that he missed the Alabama one? So
everybody in, like, I love the Kurt Signetti after the game. You know, they tell him, he's like, "What? It's because we're Indiana." Like, I mean,
right. That's what
he just keeps doubling down on it every
How about
time.
Mendoza? Is he going to the NFL or is he going to start a cult?
He's the best.
He's a weird cat.
He's a quirky dude, but he's very likable. Really a nice guy. By the way, is there anybody that could look more angry during a 38 to whatever it was?
Than Signetti, yeah.
You keep looking, they just scored a touchdown. He's like, you can see him like yelling at someone into the headset. I'm like, you just scored.
Coach.
What could have possibly went wrong on the play?
Indiana just beat Alabama by 35 in the Rose Bowl.
Bob,
think about that sentence.
Exactly.
How
You're doing
confident
okay.
are both of you in Mendoza being an above-average NFL quarterback?
I think he'll be good.
You're above average?
Well, I'm going to say this. If he goes to a crap team,
goes to the Raiders.
It doesn't matter. Then I'm not confident in anybody doing that.
Okay.
I think that's my thing. He's going to be a top 5 pick. He might even get number 1.
Number 1
if
to the Raiders. Yep.
Lock that up this weekend with a loss.
I
don't really. Yeah, they should. I just don't know on quarterbacks anymore.
Well, so much of it, Bodie, is situation and circumstances around.
Yeah, and the best quarterback in the NFL was a guy who couldn't go over 500 at Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the second best is a guy who went to Wyoming.
Right.
Joe Burrow didn't play for 3 years. He was fine his 4th year at LSU, and then he turned into one of the greatest college football players for a single season ever. It's just, I don't know. It's weird,
Even
man.
Matt Stafford going into like his 3rd year in the NFL, people are like, well, this guy's hurt all the time. He might be a bust. And then you finally get some pieces around him. And then in Detroit, he was always the unfulfilled expectations guy. And now at 37, he's going to win MVP again, and maybe he'll make a run to the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
And then your boy Romo, East Illinois.
Romo, you look at Baker Mayfield, he couldn't succeed in Cleveland. His story in college was where he's at. Then he bounces around, and now he's doing pretty well at Tampa again.
The Broncos are likely to have the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
Bo Nix was a total bust at Auburn.
Yeah.
Was great at Oregon. But was still the 4th or 5th quarterback taking that class?
Right? Was he 4?
And then
was 4 Penix? Well, was Penix before him, and then Nix?
Penix was 8, I think. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I think it was he in the? He was with Williams, Daniels,
Williams,
May,
Williams, Daniels, May,
Penix,
and then I think you had
him.
Penix,
So he was
and then
5th.
him, and then JJ, right? Or was that? Am I getting that wrong?
No, JJ.
Nix and then JJ. Is that right?
I don't remember now.
All right, doesn't matter. No, it's just
Anyway,
sports.
though,
Go ahead. Yes.
it's just all over the place. I mean, a year ago you would have said Jaden Daniels is the next MVP.
Right. Yeah.
Drake May, maybe.
Right.
Caleb Williams is a bust. And then now you flip it to this year.
They're
And it's
all
like
here.
Williams has played well. Daniels, I'm not out on him, but
No,
they've
he
had a
got
bad year
hurt.
and he's been banged up. And then Drake May, I mean, he might win MVP.
Yeah, but Daniels went to the NFC Championship last year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not out on him. It's just been a disappointing second year.
It was Caleb, Daniels, May, and then Penix, JJ. He
And
was
then
the 3rd.
Nix.
He was 12.
Okay.
4th. He was the 3rd, the 2nd of that 3rd tier, like the 3rd of the 3rd one.
Wait,
So,
Bob,
yeah.
you confused 2nd and 3rd tier.
He was the 3rd of
6th.
that 2nd tier,
Okay,
where you had the
6th
first
overall,
3
though,
go.
right?
Gotcha.
And then you
Quarterbacks.
had Penix, and then you had JJ at 10, and then you had Bo Nix at 12.
Yeah, and Penix and McCarthy have kind of been meh.
Yeah,
And those are
McCarthy's
two
been
guys
very
who
meh.
played in the national championship at Washington and Michigan.
Yep.
Like it's hard to. So long story short, Mendoza, I don't know.
Great question.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's a great take by all 3 of us. We don't know.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
Because
It's a situation, Bob. Marino
just
Miami
impossible.
was a great thing.
Yeah.
Right? Blackledge to Kansas City, not so much. Marino Miami, great. Easton, New England, not great. Marino Miami, great thing.
Is Mahomes where he is now?
Right.
If he doesn't sit behind Alex
Now, if
Smith
he goes
for a
to
year and then
Cleveland,
go to
if he went
play
to
for Andy
Cleveland,
Reid? Yeah.
I know. It's a different deal. I know.
Some college football here, guys. Dan Lanning and his Oregon Ducks, they're heading to the CFP semifinals following that 23-0 win over Texas Tech yesterday in the Orange Bowl. But I want to bring up here what Lanning had to say earlier this week ahead of that matchup against the Red Raiders, as he once again talked about ending the season on January 1st in a desire to help fix the sports calendar. He said, quote, every playoff game should be played every single weekend until you finish the season, even if it means we got to start week 0 or you eliminate the bye week during the year. The season ends on January 1, then the portal opens, then coaches have have to move on to their next opportunities, get to move on to their next opportunities, as do players. He continued to discuss how that new calendar would help both coaches and players moving on to new jobs as we could end the year and then go right into the portal. It feels inevitable that we're going to expand the CFP this offseason later on this month, whether that's to 14 teams or 16 teams. So starting next year could be a great time to make a schedule change, potentially, Bob. Do you think it actually will happen?
I don't think so, because number one, that only solves part of the problem. The second piece is moving the transfer portal back into May, because you still have guys opting out and everything. Like if it's in May, everybody's going to go through spring, and they'll do that. Then they'll get in. So like that solves some of it. I like his idea. I don't mind having like a 1 week bye or like some sort of 1 week hiatus, get people a little bit healthier. To be able to push through that, maybe put Army Navy on that weekend or whatever. But yeah, I like a lot of what he says. So like I would buy 80% of what he's selling, 90% of it.
Bob, when you've got a 10-team or a 12-team conference with 2 divisions, I understand a conference championship game.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you, Tito.
We don't need that now.
Especially if we go to 16 teams, right?
You don't need a conference championship.
And that can just eliminate a week of games. You can play Army Navy that weekend.
Yeah, it might be 2 weeks of games. Like as far as like, the buys and all that, you can eliminate all of that if you get rid of it.
You could eliminate that week, but I feel like getting rid of the bye during the regular season is kind of a bad idea, though.
They need a bye during the season.
Just 1 week off. You could start everything week 0, still to have a week off there. And then you'd get another week off after Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Where conference championship games are typically held right now.
What would Notre Dame do?
In terms of 16-teamer? Or
they get a bye week, whatever. Anyway, I'm just saying, though, I just wanted to get you riled up there because not playing a conference championship. They're not going to affect them. Nonetheless, yes, I would say, Bob, this part I don't get, Bob. And maybe it's a bigger picture thing because I don't understand a lot of things about politics either, why things happen the way they do. It just seems to me, Bob, this is common sense. Get rid of conference championship games and get the season over by early January.
I don't disagree with you on that.
And then the transfer portal thing, like we've talked about.
They got to push that to May.
Yes, I know.
Then we don't have then the coaching hirings. They got to put something in place where they're all happening after, and like then you have a coherent season again, and it feels a lot more like it used to. So they can get that done. It's just will of movement of what people wanting to do that, because there's going to be everybody always wants their team as soon as possible. That's why the coaches complain about the portal that are playing, but then the ones that aren't in there are like, no, it's good. Just give me my players now. Yeah. So they're very selective of when they choose to complain about stuff.
I also think we got to get more of these playoff games on home sites.
Yeah,
One, because it's just better.
Yes.
Well, that's something else that Dan Lanning threw out there about how
he wanted to play at Texas Tech versus at Miami. He thought we should play at Texas Tech instead of in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, you yesterday sent Oregon and Texas Tech to South Florida to play in a bowl game.
Yeah. Right.
And then Indiana and Oregon are now going to the Peach Bowl, if I'm not mistaken on that.
Yeah.
So you have a West Coast team and a Midwest team going down to Atlanta.
Right.
It's stupid.
It's
it doesn't
bad
make
for the
any
fans.
sense. The Sugar Bowl last night, the atmosphere was great because Ole Miss and Georgia are in that territory.
Yeah.
But some of the other, and the Rose Bowl was pretty good because Indiana fans showed up in a big way.
It was like 100 to 1.
But then you had the Orange Bowl, and it was like, is this place even full? Because you had 2 teams coming from so far.
Yes.
All right, guys, it was a great day, great Christmas day for both the NBA and NFL last week. In the association, more than 47 million people in the U.S. watched at least some of the 5-game slate across ABC and ESPN. That is up from a 45% increase from last year. And then in the NFL, the Vikings-Lions game set a new streaming record for an NFL game, averaging 27.5 million viewers. And then the night game last Thursday night between the Chiefs and Broncos averaged 21.06 million viewers, making it the most watched Thursday night football game during during the 4-year run here on Amazon Prime. So, Tito, we talked about this a little bit last week, but it seems like both sports can share that day moving forward. It's probably going to hurt viewership a little bit on each end, more so the NBA, obviously, but it seems like there's room for both if the games are good.
Bodie, next you and I, we get Christmas on a Friday.
What about the 4th?
No, don't. We're not going to do it. Look, I can only tackle so many things. Christmas on a Friday next year is going to be fun. You will have 3 NFL games again, I have to believe, right? Will the NFL not do a Thursday? They'll do a Thursday game. Won't they do a Christmas? They'll do a Christmas
Yeah, they would
game.
do it.
One
Thursday night game.
3 Friday.
3 Friday, yeah. You just take one away from Saturday's 1 o'clock slate.
Right, that's what you're going to do. But it's not surprised. Look, the NBA and in the NFL, I told you before, Bodie, I think the NBA should say, the hell with this. We're going to a different day in December, be it the 23rd, 24th, or 26th. But they should say, we're going to adjust the NFL. The NFL's going to
Draymond Green said it's hard. It's tough. All those guys play on Christmas Day. It's
want to be with their
LeBron's played 20 games, Bob, on Christmas Day.
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever play on Christmas Day? You played Thanksgiving, I know.
You know what? I got to go back and look at that. I know I played on the 26th one year when it fell there because we flew out on Christmas Day and trying to get dinner that night.
That bother you?
I mean, it's just what it was.
How were the kids?
I don't care. Oh,
No,
whoa. You said how were the kids?
How old were the kids?
Young, probably 1 and 2, I think.
It did not I don't want to leave. It's Christmas. The kids.
It's called having a job, dude. Do your job.
I get it. I'm asking. It's why
all this crap.
This is my job.
People can value what they want in this world.
Okay.
And I understand. I try to be there for all my kids' stuff.
Right.
But
I know you do.
Not being there for this or that intermittently. I mean, it's okay.
When they're 1 or 2, they don't look at a calendar. They don't have it. I'm saying if they're 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, it's different.
Or 11.
So, there we go. 11. Thank you, Bodie. 12. Okay, we can keep going. But Bob, I'm saying though, you having to leave on Christmas Day to fly out.
We flew out later that after. We flew out at 2 o'clock, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay, so it wasn't I for you, and I'm not judging. I'm saying it wasn't oh, my family, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. It wasn't that way for you.
No, it was fine. I think we did play my rookie year. I don't know. You made me look this up now. I don't know if it was Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Here we go. CTE. Bob, you should know. Top of your head.
Yeah, 7 years knowing all my games when they were.
Exactly.
The Dallas Cowboys on December 25th, Monday night against Philadelphia in 2006, Bob. 23-7 loss.
06, were you there?
Roughly, right?
Oh, yeah. So, wait, that was what day we played?
Monday night against Philly, and it was Christmas Day.
Oh,
Christmas
there you go. Yeah.
Home game?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yep.
That was a home
Okay,
game.
so didn't fly.
We got beat. That was
took
when
the chopper to the stadium.
No, that was when what's his name? Jeff Garcia was in for McNabb and beat us. Yeah, that was
You
tough.
lost Jeff Garcia?
He was
We
the quarterback of note.
I'm sorry, we lost.
We beat Atlanta. That was a Saturday game the week before.
Beat Atlanta to get. Oh gosh, Bob, get to 9-5.
Yeah, all we had to do was
the last two.
All we had
though,
to do
against
was win
Philly,
one of the
Detroit.
last 2 to win the division.
Merry Christmas.
At least we beat Seattle.
Yeah.
Who
That didn't
was
happen.
Seattle's quarterback?
That
Hasselbeck?
didn't happen either.
Was that Hasselbeck?
It was Hasselbeck.
That was a joke.
No, I'm saying if it didn't play Seattle, was that Hasselbeck?
It was
All
Hasselbeck.
right.
Yeah, I was trying to get it pulled up
Yeah,
here, but
it was Hasselbeck.
Yeah, 21-20.
I don't remember when
All
the game
needed
was.
one more
but
point. Or 2, I guess. Technically.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Back to college football here. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts, early leans for the semifinal games. I see on the worldwide leader that Indiana's a 4-point favorite against the Oregon Ducks in the rematch there. Not seeing a line on this Ole Miss-Miami game, strange enough.
Not sure if Kiffin's coach
But
or
no,
not.
is he coming back? You know what? I did see that I saw their athletic director was asked, I think it was Keith
Miss
Carter.
athletic director?
Yeah, Keith Carter after the game was asked whether or not the 6 coaches that are leaving
Stay?
to go to LSU, whether or not they'd coach the next game. He's like, we'll see. I'm like, we'll see. They can't stick around at least one more week. But nevertheless, guys, Oregon and Indiana in the Peach Bowl next Friday
the
night.
portal's opening today, so that's the big.
true. Yeah.
That's the big.
But they're
piece of
already
it.
going.
I
They've
know.
already decided that. I would think
Yeah,
at this point, but early lean on either game or both games, or who you want to see win.
I
You'll
will
get a Big
take.
Ten
I'll
team
take
in there.
Indiana over Oregon, and I might take Ole Miss in this.
Yeah.
one. I'm going to lean into Ole Miss.
Okay, are you guys both rooting for somebody then?
I'm definitely rooting for Ole Miss. I can guarantee you that.
Ole Miss.
I know it's normally I wouldn't root for the SEC, but I sure as hell am not rooting for Miami.
Yeah.
And I think the story's cool. They're not the typical SEC blue blood. It's not Alabama or Georgia. And I think if they were to win it without their coach, I don't really care about Oregon or Indiana either way. Not rooting against anybody, but
Bob, do you have
Indiana, Ole Miss,
Indiana, Oregon?
I think Indiana beats them.
Would you want
Indiana?
Okay, you want Indiana?
Indiana's my team now, moving forward.
Just period. High
Well,
State.
I mean, for this,
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. I got you. I really wanted to be right about Indiana, and I've been wrong all along.
I'm telling you are wrong.
I know. I feel like
I
I'm wrong.
think it's kind of stamped now.
No, we can
like
see what
they're in
happens.
the semifinal.
No, we're not sure.
They just beat Alabama to death on the field.
But it was
no one's beat Alabama like that all year.
It wasn't a Nick Saban Alabama team.
Like 2 decades, I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't an Indiana. It wasn't a Nick Saban Alabama team. So,
Are you guys rooting for the Big Ten regardless?
Yeah.
Whether or not it's Oregon or Indiana. I think.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Well, but Oregon though, are you guys also now Oregon Big Ten?
I'm sort of not.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you I'm not asking you the truth, Bob. I'm asking you with your feeling. Do you feel like Oregon's a Big Ten team?
Not really, but they still count.
I don't know which one I want more, Oregon or Indiana. I don't know. Because I really want to be right about Indiana still.
You're not. You're
it
wrong.
feels
But
like,
you're already wrong if
well,
you. Yeah.
They made
I
it
don't
to the
think there's a
semifinal, dude.
I know,
They just
we're on
beat. They beat Ohio State
and Alabama.
They beat Oregon.
Their last 2 wins are Ohio State.
That's what I'm saying.
Oregon rolls them. I'm right. They're a fraud.
They've already beat Oregon now.
I
know
but this time though it counts
more, but just means more.
Okay, we'll have a Big Ten team in the championship, and I guess I'd want them against
Conference is back.
Ole Miss or Georgia. That'd be 3 straight years Big Ten team in the championship, right?
Yeah.
No matter what.
Well, they've won the last 2.
They won the last 2, so 3 straight years, yes.
First of those 3.
I know what you mean. Yeah, let's hold the signs and see what's going to run. Coming up next, we will do top of the hour here. And we'll talk more about the transfer portal. Who could, should, would. The Dr. Seuss thing. Leave for Ohio State. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Every great team starts with a playbook, a plan to move the ball down the field and score. Your business, it's no different. Whether you're expanding, hiring, or upgrading equipment, you need a game plan to make every dollar count. And that's why it's important to have an experienced banking team on your side. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, President of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they help local businesses design their winning playbook.
Thanks, Bobby. That's where Riverside Bank excels in our relationships with our clients. Our commercial banking team helps local businesses design winning strategies, from cash flow management to growth financing, so you're ready for every fourth quarter decision.
It's important to always have a plan and to never leave your business to chance. If you need help, call an audible with the team that knows your success and our success are closely aligned. Look for our new branch location at Bridge Park in 2026.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Hey Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Mike's off, buddy.
I hope so.
Morning Juice. Bob, we're in a weird place. I'm not just talking about professionally. But transfer portal opens up today. CJ Hicks in the portal.
Yeah.
Thurman in the portal. Right?
Who?
Jelani Thurman, right?
Oh, yeah, Jelani. Yes.
Sorry. Thurman in the portal. And now Keenholz in the portal, which we kind of saw coming. Does anybody who right now has entered the portal, who else do we have? We had another defensive back. Who am I thinking of?
Bryce West.
Bryce West, right. Because I remember seeing yesterday, West enters portal. I was like, oh, no, not Isaiah West, but it's not him.
How about Kanye?
Could be Kanye. Any of those surprise you?
No, not on CJ Hicks. You got to remember, he basically asked to be redshirted to save this year for eligibility. Jelani Thurman, maybe a little bit.
He was a lot of hype.
Didn't probably play as much as he would have liked this year. Now, entering the portal wouldn't shock me if some of these guys ultimately come back.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, it's happened. There's been guys who have got in. I think Sam Williams-Dixon got in the portal.
Yeah, Dixon
again.
also, he was in the portal before he came back.
Yes, I think he got in the portal again, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He's in the portal again, yes.
Yeah.
That's another one I forgot. Yep.
If Bryce West, it wouldn't shock me. Like, these guys don't play as much as they want, and so, maybe they get in there. Now, what I don't know, and I haven't, because I wasn't concerned about this prior to the game, is some of the times there's these discussions that are had with the coaches of what is your situation looking like next year, and with that, maybe it would be best for you to get into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Given the fact that, hey, we might be looking in the portal for this position, or we have these high school guys coming in that we're going to probably give some more of the reps to, and how that ultimately looks.
Is offensive line, based on what you've seen now, and look, I think Ohio State's offensive line did not perform well against Indiana or Miami. Now, you could say it's scheme. You could say it's talent.
Maybe a little both.
Okay, maybe a little both.
Usually a combination.
Is offensive line a position Ohio State should tackle and attack and dominate, one to use reference, in the portal?
I think offensive and defensive line are
okay.
Those are the highest, outside of quarterback, O-line and D-line are the positions of greatest need for just about everybody in the portal. Like, when you're getting in the portal, that's where you want to get good, because you can just plug and play guys on the D-line, and everybody always needs offensive line help. I mean, they brought in Ethan Onianwa last year.
Right.
And Phillip Daniels. They thought both of those guys would be starters. Or definitely, maybe not Phillip Daniels. They thought Onianwa would play somewhere. Maybe left tackle, maybe right, maybe guard. And he didn't play at all.
Do you think they swung and missed
in
the portal on offensive line last year?
Maybe it's the guys you had actually started playing better. And so that's the problem, is you got to bring in guys sometimes for depth of, like, we just need bodies at this position that can play. And we'll kind of see how it shakes out on who is ultimately the best of those guys.
That's the part that's interesting to me, Bob, is watching them. And because you're right, the guys you mentioned, I was thinking, the offensive line. I thought back in August, I think, oh my God, they nailed it on offensive line transfer portal.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I'm not sure if they did. But you're saying maybe it's because the other guys around them were better.
I mean, Austin Servell played pretty well. Now, maybe not as well on Saturday or whatever that night was.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Wednesday
the other
night.
day. Yeah.
I don't know if he played his. I haven't. I got to go back and watch the full film of it. Watching the game at the game is really hard. I don't know if that was one of his better games at Ohio State, but he's played really well at Ohio State throughout, his time, and especially this year. I've got to go look at, I think the offensive line didn't play well, so why that happened and who maybe didn't play as well, I've got to look at. But, Phillip Daniels has played pretty well this year. Mm-hmm. There's been some highs. There's been some lows. The Tigris Shabola situation has been interesting because he's played really well against Michigan. There's some things that he struggles with. I don't know that he'll be back next year. We'll see.
Right.
He could be a guy that would get in the portal. Trying to figure out that right guard situation, though. Is it Padilla? Is it moving forward? If Hinsman comes back, is Padilla over there? Is it Gabe Van Sickle, who didn't play all that great against, at least from watching it live? Like I said, I haven't gone back and seen it all yet. I was traveling, watching other games, and then going to bed. But they're gonna look for O linemen in the portal. I guarantee you that. Now they feel like they've developed pretty well, but the only way you know when you developed well is by the time spring ball comes, and then now there's no second portal window. So that's the thing. You've got to get guys here just for competition and to be able to build depth through the winter and spring.
Here's Ryan Day talking about giving up 10 sacks in the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's hard to just say one thing. We tried to help out. They have a very good front, and we felt like it was a little bit of a different scheme than what we dealt with the week before against Indiana. Indiana was a lot of pressure, a lot of movement, a lot of twisting and things. This was a bigger group of guys who are hard charging front. So we went in with a certain plan, and you can tell right from that first third down that we had a hard time, and being on silent, we didn't quite get off the ball on that one, and that caused the first sack, and kind of went from there. But I do think there was a point where we got it under control, and we were moving the ball pretty good, and but and certainly the play that Scott made there on the pick six was a huge part of the game. He triggered and hit that thing, and we didn't quite execute it right in terms of what was going on in the perimeter. I think Julian's decision to throw it, was the right thing to do at the time. But he made a heck of a play, and that early in the game certainly flipped the scoreboard fast and put us in a hole. And and then at that point, you got to fight yourself out of it, and we weren't able to do that. So we wanted to be aggressive. We felt like we did have an advantage downfield in the passing game, and so that was the give and take of it. Was we wanted I think Jeremiah ended up with 157 downfield. We felt like we could do that, and we were going to be aggressive, but we also knew the give and take of it, and so that was part of what we were working through, and at the end of the day, it didn't work.
So, Bob, when I think that Buckeye fans want to blame somebody.
Yeah, you always got to have someone to blame. It ultimately falls to the head coach, is what Ryan
Day said that
every time.
Yeah, Ryan Day, and to his credit, said it's on me. It starts with me. Yeah. It's on me. I'm the reason. Do you agree with that?
Well, you're the head coach, and this is Ryan's point with that is every decision that is made throughout the entirety of the program ultimately is his decision because he has the ability to co-sign or veto any of it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it ultimately falls back on him. Who's on the field, the scheme and how the coaches are set up, what they decide to do, that all falls back on him. And sometimes, like even with the players, like I said, we didn't get them ready enough to play, and that falls back on me. Like it ultimately goes to the coach. Now, there are things that players do in the game, like, hey, we've coached it, we've worked on it, we've done a bunch of these things, and we still can't execute it. Well, then, A, do we throw it out? Mm-hmm. Or B, do you need to get better at that spot? And sometimes those are decisions that can't be made. Like once you're married to it, like you can't change your players throughout the season. Like you have the guys that you have.
Right.
Now, could you rotate guys through? Could you maybe play a little bit differently? Yeah, that's part of it. But at a certain point, your roster is your roster. And then you have to do the best you can with what you have. But that also goes back to the coaching. Like Were we confident in the guys we had coming in? Was there someone else we could have brought in? Did we swing and miss on guys? Like there's a lot of variables that ultimately fall back on the head coach.
And there's some things Bob can look back on now and do the revisionist history.
Yeah, that's all part of it. We can
hindsight,
sit here. Yeah. The revisionist history is, I have no time for that. Like, did you make the best decision you had at the time with the information that was available to you? If the answer is yes, okay, then we're good. Move on. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else you can do. You know, there are things looking back that maybe, okay, you start getting some young guys prepared earlier. Would you have done this because you've changed some things schematically in the game? Would you have made this position shift earlier? I mean, there was all those different things. But when you're winning and you go 12-0 in the regular season, it's really hard to make those dramatic shifts for fear of upsetting the apple cart when you're playing well enough to get it done.
So here's my question, Bob. Next year, Ohio State plays at Texas, at Indiana, at USC. They host Oregon, host Michigan.
It's a robust schedule.
Okay. Would a robust schedule, do you think, have been better for them this year?
I think it's always better to play better teams.
Very little control because the Big Ten schedule is the way it is. I'm just saying that, like, do you think if they had been challenged?
Well, here's the thing. If you would have had a top 5 Penn State team on there.
Right.
So, all right, you played Texas, who was a top 5 team to start the season.
Yep.
You would have played Penn State, who most people would have thought they would have been in the playoff over Indiana this year.
Yeah.
And then you had a Michigan team that was 9-3. It wasn't like they were bad. Like, they were a good Michigan team. If they beat Ohio State, they'd probably get in the playoff.
They get the Big Ten championship.
There's 3 really good games, in there. Who else they post? I mean, Wisconsin wasn't great again.
No.
I mean,
at Washington.
Illinois was like good, but not. But here's the thing. Illinois just beat Tennessee in the bowl game.
Right,
People
I know.
can say, like, well, the game,
killed by Indiana.
The games only matter or don't matter if you lose.
Right.
Like, well, it didn't matter. I'm like, well, Illinois wasn't a bad team. They were a pretty good team, and they handled them. So could you play teams with maybe a little different, like, diversity of how they played? I don't know. Like, you didn't have Indiana on the schedule. Most people, no one 5 years ago was
saying,
saying, we need Indiana on the schedule more. We need tougher teams. We got to play better squads. Put Indiana on here. You can make the argument, like, you had UCLA. The conference knew UCLA wasn't going to be very good. Would you have rather had USC or Oregon? You had Oregon last year. You played Washington this year. I think people thought Washington was
good at the time, on the road, tough first start. Yeah.
It's a tough place to play. Like, they're a pretty good team. The Big Ten, they have 2 teams in the semifinal. Like, it's not like the conference was bad.
So, Buckeye Frank put out there in the chat, and I'm going to push back on this a little bit. I'll say this first. I think Indiana wanted the Big Ten championship game more than Ohio State did.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I think they haven't won a Big Ten championship since 1967.
Right.
So, yeah, there's an element of, like, maybe some of that in there, but none of these guys had, I wouldn't say none. I think they won in 2020, so there was a handful of the
But not many, though. You're right,
not
yes.
many of them.
But I'm saying, like, I think it meant more to okay, let's put it this way. I think it meant more to Indiana and their fan base than to Ohio State.
Fan base for sure.
Okay.
I would say it. As far as, the players and the coaches, I'm not going to get on board with that.
And Buckeye Frank says, I think Miami wanted this game more than Ohio State. I think I push back on that.
I'm not going to get into the nonsense of motivation of saying they didn't want that game as much and it wasn't as big. Now, I mean, you can make the argument that maybe Miami was like a little more desperate for that. They hadn't had a significant game like that in 20-some years.
Right. Well,
Ohio State's coming off a national championship.
Yeah.
So saying they didn't want it, now saying it meant more to them,
I think that's fair.
I think that might be a better classification. Yeah. But, like, you're talking about a chance to go to the semifinal. Like,
I know.
It's saying that what was his assertion? They wanted it more?
They wanted it more.
I don't believe that.
I don't think so either.
I watched that team practice. I watched how they talked, they interacted.
I think
Those
Michael
guys
Irvin wanted it more.
Wanted it. What?
I think Michael Irvin and Ray Lewis wanted it more.
They may have wanted it more than the rest of the alumni at Ohio State. And maybe that's my fault for not being
I didn't want to put it on you, Bob, but here
on the sideline.
Like, I'm not going to put it on you, Bob.
Down
I'm just
there, like,
saying.
taking a knee.
I don't remember seeing you on the sideline doing what Michael Irvin and Ray Lewis.
I just say, hey, I tell a couple guys good luck before the game.
That's lame, Bob.
I don't get them all juiced up and headbutt them and stuff. That's my fault.
You got to go out there, Bob. That's on you.
It is. I mean, you got to take responsibility.
Was Ken Dorsey out there? I saw Irvin. I saw Ray Lewis.
I don't know.
I did not see Ken Dorsey. I did not see Larry Coker.
I don't know if Larry Coker is held.
Is he alive?
I would imagine.
Do a check on that one there, show researcher Bodie Wells. I think Coker's still alive. I think we would have heard if he was dead.
That's my point. I think
is Sean Taylor the only dead one from that Miami team?
Well, I'm sure they've got some others that
we
don't
do
know.
You think there's more than one?
We have 5 guys that are deceased from that team.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to get depressing.
I'm just listen.
I'm not comparing it.
Put your emotions in a box for just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are the 5 that are dead for you? I know Nick.
Shane Olivier, Mike Kudla.
This is depressing.
Bryce, not Bryce. Ivan Douglas.
All right.
And who am I missing now? Will Smith.
Dressel.
There you go.
Yeah, you're fine.
Dress is still alive. He's
you're right.
our lieutenant governor.
I got you.
Larry Coker is still with us. He'll be 78 in June.
There you go. He's not even having tea with the Queen yet.
This feels awkward. Now I feel bad saying it. Any other Canes?
So my thing is
go ahead.
I don't know. I'm not sitting here and saying, I don't want to make a broad overstatement of things, but I would like to think that we probably had a pretty high character team. Maybe not the most in the world, but we had a lot of good guys. I don't know that Miami had the same construction of character, so maybe their lifestyles have led that. But I mean, dude, my man Nick died at 40.
I know.
42. Yeah.
I saw Simon the other day.
43, 41.
I saw Simon
Frazier. Yeah, he's still alive.
No, I know. I saw him. I know he's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I saw him, though. And I asked him, did he get a lot of media requests for this week? And he said no. He said, this is what he said to me. Honestly.
He's a doctor.
Okay, I know he's a doctor. Here's my thing. I say, you get many requests? He said, no, that's Bobby's deal.
That's Bob.
That's what he said. That's Bobby's deal. Bobby's the media guy. I feel like, Bobby, you're now the spokesman for the O2 team.
I don't know about that.
You don't think you are?
I don't. Why would it be me?
Because you're in the media. Who else O2's in the...
I mean, I was a freshman. I don't know.
I understand, but who else O2 that was in the media?
Dustin Fox. Do we really need to run down these lists?
No,
you asked me the 5.
Dead
who
people
are
I know.
Who are they?
No, I know.
Is this a challenge to me? Like my
it's
other
not
teammates?
a challenge. I'm just saying. I think you're winning. I think that you're the one. I think Simon said that. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you and Charlie Sheen. I think that
still with us.
Yes, also
against all odds.
Against all odds, for sure. I just think, Bobby, you are probably the most prominent media member from the O2 team.
It may be true. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, coming up next. I want to talk NFL because we got some big games coming up this weekend. It's a Friday, so we'll do that. This is Morning Juice.
Hey, folks, it's Jeremy Birmingham, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I figured I owed you guys another check-in now that I'm 2 weeks into Awaken 180, and I'm happy to let you know I'm down 14 pounds. What surprised me really isn't that number. It's really how normal this feels. I'm not miserable, I'm not obsessing over food, and I'm not guessing. I'm just following the plan and watching it work, and that's why this matters. Because if you're like me, you've tried things before where week 1 feels exciting and week 2 feels exhausting. This is definitely not that. Awaken 180 gives me structure. It tells me exactly what I need to do and is with me to ensure that I'm doing it right. Ultimately, that's the difference. For someone like me who spends a lot of time on the road, in the car, and eating at weird hours, all that stuff matters. If weight loss is your goal this year, don't pick something you hope you can stick with. Pick something that's already sticking. 2 weeks, 14 pounds, and I'm just getting started. Find your own results and free support for life at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Mike's off, buddy.
Yes, they were.
Checking. Thank you very much. Spirited discussion there about different lists from the 0-2 Ohio State and Miami teams. Bob, we have got the final. Penultimate? Is that what we call it? Final week of the season?
The penultimate is the second to last.
And what's this one?
So last week would have been the penultimate.
And what's this one?
It's just the ultimate.
So it's the ultimate.
Sure, I don't know.
Is
I
that
just know the
accurate there, Professor Bob?
Sure.
Okay, I know penultimate's a word. I know what the next one was then.
And the ultimate. The final countdown.
What comes after penultimate? According to Google,
yeah.
So the anti-penultimate is third to last.
Okay.
Jeez, yeah, there's a lot more than
That's what I'm saying. It's not that simple.
See here,
Dude,
but ultimate is very last.
We're going into Latin, dude. There's a lot.
AI.
Yeah, there's a lot there for you.
That's what you come to the show for here when you come to Morning Juice is the ultimate. You want to come to the Latin portion of this show. Tomorrow we got Carolina at Tampa Bay. There's a way the Falcons can win the NFC South.
Is there really?
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
It's amazing.
All right. I'm sorry. The Falcons can play a role.
They can.
Okay, let's hear that.
If they beat the Saints on Sunday, Carolina wins the division.
No matter
I'm pretty
what.
Sure. No matter, they can lose by 100
That's where I'm at,
tomorrow.
but okay.
But if Atlanta loses against the Saints, the winner of tomorrow's game gets in. So somebody's going to win tomorrow, but we still won't know until Atlanta plays New Orleans, which is pretty. If Atlanta's trying to win still,
yeah.
Which I don't know why they wouldn't be. I guess they can beat New Orleans. That's a pretty reasonable task, I think.
Tampa Bay tomorrow. They play tomorrow against the host Carolina. They have looked so bad lately. Do either of you have rooting interest in Bryce Young versus Baker Mayfield? I want this guy to be in the playoffs more than the other.
I like
do you
Baker.
care?
I like Baker.
You like Baker?
Yeah, I think he gets a bad rap, and he's a good quarterback.
Brody?
Just admiring the NFC South. Going to have
It's
another
such a
8-9 winner.
That's
part of me feels I don't know. Sometimes I still can't help but look at Tampa Bay and be like, well, they were good.
Yeah.
Right.
So they could probably give somebody a game, right? But man, they've struggled recently. I guess I'd go Tampa Bay, but I can't say.
Here's the thing. Carolina, they beat the Rams. They've got some decent
I know.
wins.
Maybe I should. And they're going to play at home.
If this was the college football playoff, they would have some, quote, signature wins.
And if they went for it on fourth down and barely won against a 5-win team, that also.
Tampa Bay's lost 7 of 8.
Yeah.
Don't let them win tomorrow.
8.
It's good. Well, they're due.
Well, and
overdue.
The fact they're still
They've lost
in
a lot
contention.
of close games. Lost by 4, 1, 3, and 3. God, they lost to Miami though last week, and that would have.
That's awful.
I think that would have maybe clinched the division for them if they had. Maybe, but
they wanted they wanted some drama. They like to play meaningful games at the end of the year.
When I play games with Artie, and say it's, I don't care, chess, or say it's one-on-one basketball.
Fortnite.
Okay, Fortnite. There we go. Never played Fortnite. Nonetheless.
Missing out.
What, you die, you lose? Is that what it is, Fortnite?
That's the general gist of it, yeah.
All right.
General gist of most video games.
Okay.
It's not GTA, but.
So when I play games with Artie, I'm like, Artie, when we get done, it's bedtime. And I try to lose.
Why don't you just try to win?
And then he will try to lose. And then it prolongs the game so he doesn't have to go to bed.
Why wouldn't you just beat him then?
I understand, Bobby. Okay, I'm not trying to be logical now, Bob. I'm trying to just be in the moment.
Well, you want him to feel better before he goes to bed?
Yes. Because he carries a shiv. Cleveland's at Cincinnati on Sunday. I feel like that would be Artie against Artie. Like just both teams trying to fumble and lose. You want the better draft pick.
Is Cincinnati trying to lose? Because Joe Burrow said, I'm not trying to lose.
But they should, though.
That's
right?
fine. But Joe Burrow said, I'm playing. People are like, why is he playing? He's like, because people pay to watch me play.
I want to see that kid in the net who wouldn't take the test.
Right, exactly.
That is Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I just look at it, though. It's like
I think you're splitting hairs, though, at this point, right? Like I was trying to get it pulled up here. So Cincinnati's slated to pick 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple other 6 and 10 teams there with them at 8 and 9 with New Orleans and Kansas City. Then you got a few 7-win teams there. But nevertheless, I mean, you're kind of – what's the difference between the 9th and 12th pick?
I think 3. I'll do my math on that. We call the calculator app. But I think – no, I'm saying, though, like I think that's it, though, Bodie. It's like, yeah, if I've got the 9th pick and I want to trade out of it, it's a lot more valuable than the 12th pick.
Yeah, but I don't know by much. I think like Las Vegas losing –
right.
Like, that's a big
to get the
deal.
number 1 pick.
Like, that's
a
pretty big difference. I don't know that Cincinnati winning or losing Sunday is going to change the fortune of their franchise. Or
This,
maybe
Bob,
it will.
This, Bob, is where you say, if you're healthy, you play, you try to win.
Yeah, and that's what I just said. Joe Burrow has been doing that. And people are, why is he? I think some of it is for him to prove a point that our organization's jacked up. And I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of getting a top 5 pick. I'm going to get in here and play us down to 10. So why don't you get your act together and start bringing in players?
But is it smart?
Smart for who?
The franchise.
You're not going to be able to bench your starting quarterback who wants to play. Like, unless you're planning on trading him or getting rid of him. If Joe Burrow comes out and is like, I'm playing, and then you're going to be like, well, we think it's in the best interest.
Actually,
I mean, like, you might as well just say.
Have you seen Reuben Bain?
Okay.
We need that 9th pick.
Bench him at halftime, Bob.
Bench him at halftime?
Sure.
What is the rest of your team going to say at that? You might as well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think Jamar, like all those guys, well, we're just going to sit everybody.
I would sit Jamar. I'd sit T. After halftime, I would sit all 3 of them, Bob.
And you might not have a team to go back to. That's what I'm saying. There are cultural things that have to happen. Those are your leaders.
Okay. But if you say to them ahead of time, look, Jamar, T, Joe, let me tell you something here. Yeah, we want to win the game in Cleveland. We do. We want to win the game.
But not that much.
But if we lose, it's not the worst thing. And we want you to be healthy. We want to look to 2026. We're in 2026. Let's look towards it. We are going to, for the fans, you're playing the first half. Second half, though, we're putting Joe Balzerman in. Whatever.
What is this? A preseason game?
No,
This isn't some
yes,
throwaway
it is.
game.
No, it
in
is.
Rochester.
It is a throwaway game in Rochester, Bob. It is.
If you're putting your gear on and they're
Bob.
keeping score, and this game goes down, like those guys, they're competitors. They're one. If that's the case, then you just say, "Don't play me. Put me on. Make me inactive for the game."
You know what? I tell them ahead of time. Win the first half.
No, it's not how it's going to be. I'm not playing then. You're not going to tell me that I'm playing a half of a football game in a game that matters. Do those statistics count?
Ish.
Ish?
Wait. If there is an
counts.
incentive. Okay, listen. If Chase has incentive,
It's
I've
not
got to
even
catch
incentive.
X amount of passes.
You know what his
If there's a money
incentive is?
thing.
To put up numbers, to go play.
I just don't. I don't know, Bob.
Because you're not. I don't think this computes with you because you look at every other instance, other like everything else, other than the guy just wanting to play.
You're right. I look at the cat for New England, Robert. What was the running? Robert Edwards. Okay,
I don't even know who that is.
That's fine. Robert Edwards, rookie running back for New England.
Blew his knee out playing in a
Pro Bowl
I know who you're talking
beach volleyball, beach football game.
Okay, that is a throwaway game up in Rochester. Yes. This is still a regular season game. Like you only get 17 of them.
I understand.
I understand what you're saying. They would be better off losing, getting a better draft pick, everything that kind of comes with that. But like Bob said, if they're healthy and they want to play, and I think there is something to the culture of look, it's one game. There's a wide gap between these two things, but I don't think it's a mistake that the 76ers tanked all those years and they never won a damn thing.
Okay.
Because every player that they came in and drafted for 4 or 5 years
They
had
screwed it up.
no idea what it took on a day-to-day
So
basis to win.
Jamar Chase is 2 receptions away from being the NFL leader in receptions for this year.
Yeah.
He has 117. Trey McBride has 119. He is 4th in receiving yards. To be the receptions leader, let's go.
Okay, but I can't tell you, Bob, who was the receptions leader last year.
I don't think he cares if you know.
I don't care.
I'll let you in on a little secret.
No, what I'm saying is, though,
Jamar Chase does not care if Jeff Thitoff knows. If it says, hey, I was the NFL receiving leader, I had the most receptions last year, that's a big deal.
But I think if we asked 1,000 NFL fans who was the leader last year,
My
no
point
one cares.
is, do you think Jamar Chase cares that those people know? No, he doesn't. It doesn't matter. This dude's trying to win games, trying to put up numbers, trying to be the best guy he can be. Because you know what they're going to say when you start. You know when you are going to care about it. Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo.
Well, but
Bingo.
I don't know, Bob. But
Bingo, Thitoff. Because when they break it down, no one says, "Well, he was second in the NFL in receptions these 2 years." No, he was the leader in receptions those 2 years in the NFL.
But I don't know how many years Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. I don't know how many years those guys led the league in something.
You know
I know
why?
that Randy Moss was a great receiver.
You
I
know
know Terrell
why?
Owens is a Hall of Fame receiver. Why?
You know why? Because they're already in the Hall of Fame.
But even before they were going up to, I had no idea what their stats were
But
in that.
when
I knew
you're
watching them. Michael Irvin, I don't know if Irvin ever led the league in anything. I know he was a Hall of Fame receiver.
He led the league in some
That's fine.
stuff.
He did leave. That's fair. That's also fair.
Biggest crack rock that guy ever seen.
I'm just saying, but all I'm saying, Bob, is that I understand
Because when we're not in the middle right now of parceling out whether that guy should be or should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but if you put the numbers right in front of you,
That's when you're
I'll
talking
look at the
about-
numbers. Yeah, I'll look at the numbers.
When you start talking about it at that point, that's when it matters.
But I'm saying I don't know if individual season leaders though matters. It might matter to the player.
You said this guy won. He was the receptions leader 5 times.
I think it matters as you add it up. I mean, remember, I think it was earlier this week or maybe last week, we were talking about Derrick Henry's numbers.
Right.
He hasn't really done anything postseason-wise to maybe earn a spot in the Hall of Fame.
Sure.
But if you look at his longevity, I mean, remember we were talking about him versus Zeke, same draft class.
Right.
One guy's still rolling, man, and the other guy's out of the league. Now, if you looked at it over the course of 3 years, they'd be like, well, yeah, but these guys are Hall of Famers. But Zeke's career kind of fell off there after a few years, and Henry's still rolling towards what I would have to imagine at this point on Canton.
All three of us agree Derrick Henry's a Hall of Fame running back.
Yeah.
I have no idea if he's ever led the league in rushing, how many times. I know he has at least once, but I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah, not right now, but if you sat down and looked at Pro Football
You're sitting
Reference.
there trying to figure out when you're voting to put people in.
Okay.
If
That's
you
when
had
you-
a vote
Yeah.
and you sat there and you're trying to parcel out who is better and who's going to get one of your votes, those things matter.
I don't know if the Jamar Chase game against Cleveland tomorrow, though, would sway my vote one way or the other.
It would if he has 125 receptions, and in the 2025 season, he was the leader in NFL for receptions.
And it's not just this year; it's
cumulative.
last year too.
Yeah. Okay.
When because I think if I remember correctly, didn't they win their last 4 or 5 games to close last year too? And they were pretty much out of it, and he was still playing and putting up numbers.
If the Bengals win on Sunday, do they win?
I don't think they win nor lose though.
Yes.
I think
I
you're.
don't think it matters.
Okay, wait. You don't think they win or lose?
Yeah, it's
So the
it's a
game
difference
doesn't
of a
matter.
It doesn't matter to the franchise and to the overall statistics of it, but for the players, it matters.
That's all I'm saying. Like you just
And
said
I think
that.
the draft pick is what it is, man. It's going to be probably 10 or 12, and
right.
What are we really talking about at that point?
We'll see who's there at 9 and see who's there at 12. That may be the difference, though.
I think you're just splitting hairs, though, at that point.
That's what we got to do. I don't know. Look, Bob, I get what you're saying. I understand I respect the athlete mentality. I respect that.
All right.
I want to play to win, and I want to play to win. I want to be out there on the field. I'm just saying. So as a player, I think the player and franchise, there's a disconnect, maybe a different mentality.
Yeah, they might not be in full alignment of what they're trying to do, what the game means.
Right.
That's real.
So Is it fair to say it means more to the player than the franchise a win on Sunday for the Bengals?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Browns, same thing, right? Means more to the franchise than the individual players. Like Shedeur Sanders needs to play well.
I mean, how about just last week? Like, I guarantee you, if you walked in that locker room after the Browns beat the Steelers, even though it was probably worse for their draft pick and whatnot, it was like, hey, man, we just
big win.
Kept one of our rivals from winning the division, and we don't. That's not a team we've beaten a lot in the last 2.5 decades. So, yeah, those guys care about it. Now, I'm sure Andrew Berry was like, well, shoot, that could be the difference between Carnell Tate or the second best receiver in the draft.
That's
fine.
About, yes.
But it's not like he could have walked down and he should look at Myles Garrett this week and be like, hey, you're a sack away, or what, he's one sack away.
I think he's one away.
He's one away from an all-time record.
Right.
But, we could really use the third pick rather than the fifth pick. It's fine for Andrew Berry to think that. It's also fine for Myles Garrett to say, I'm going to go out there and get Burrow once.
That's the part that I struggle with as a fan, is the what's better for the franchise versus what's better for the player.
Those guys want to win. They're playing to win the game. It feels differently after you win versus after you lose. And if you don't want guys that's the case, then your franchise is messed up anyway.
Herm Edwards said, if you don't want to win, get out.
Exactly.
Retire.
That's what it is. If you're not out there, and this is the problem that they have, and people like you in the organization.
Here we go.
You people
that's fine.
In the organization that don't feel the loss and don't feel the win only are contributing to a culture that's going to lead to what you've had in Cincinnati for the last 25, 30 years.
Okay, Bodie brings up the 76ers.
Same thing happened in Detroit. I was a part of it, and that's why,
Did you get a sense of that?
Yes.
Like
I just told you.
No, I'm saying, when you're playing for the Lions, you're like,
yes.
I know you've got your own thing.
I told you. That's why I've had long conversations with Matt Patricia about this, and that's why now it's finally flipped in Detroit, because they had people that were just there that they didn't feel the wins and they didn't feel the losses. And if that's the case, and I don't care if you're sweeping the floors, cooking food, or designing the offensive plays, if you don't feel the wins and losses in your organization, then you know what? You don't need to be there, because you don't have a culture that is going to be aligned in the winning.
See, that's the part, Bob, where, and I'm glad you said it, because culturally, organizationally, I don't know if that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it a trickle down effect?
It should be.
But I'm saying, where though, if the organization's like, losing's not the worst thing this year,
then you're
toast.
Then you're toast. Then you get what you've had in Cincinnati, what you've had in Detroit, what you have in Arizona, places like that aren't winning organizations.
And that's ownership down.
It's ownership down. Starts at the top. Everybody. And you know what? It goes with the ownership, where when you win, people should be financially incentivized. That helps everybody.
Yes.
In the organization.
I agree with that. Yes.
Everybody gets paid more. Things are better. It's a better situation for everybody when we're winning. And so that gets everybody on the same page.
Just from the outside looking in, I get the vibe from Jerry Jones at Dallas win.
The trainers there, I remember one of the trainers getting upset with one of the players. The guy was like, and he wasn't, I forget exactly what it was, but he was like, if we don't win this game, he's like, if we win, because they all get playoff bonuses and stuff too.
Sure.
And he's like, this bleep, 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 doesn't give a damn about it. And he was on him. He was yelling at him in the training room about it. It's like, get him out of here. And that was real. The other guys knew that this guy was kind of a POS, and it was like, get him out of here.
Interesting. The culture part of this, that's what I find fascinating, is because if you ask me about Dallas, I would say yes, Dallas. No matter how it affects the draft picks, I think Dallas wants to win. If I look at the Browns, I don't know if I feel the same way. I don't know if I feel like the Haslams.
I don't know that the Cowboys are a great example.
Okay, but do you agree, though? The Cowboys, no matter what their record is, Jerry Jones wants to win this week.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. Do you think...
I think he's been complacent for 30 years.
That's fine. No problem. But I'm saying...
Well, you could argue that he might be misguided in his decisions.
There we
go.
His
desire to win, I don't think is wrong.
You mentioned the 76ers.
And I don't think, for as much as I'll kind of rag on him as a fan, they've had Dallas's bad seasons have basically in the last 20 years been because Romo couldn't play or Dak couldn't play. It's even their bad years, which I would call this a bad year, but they're still 500. But yeah, I to the 76ers thing.
The 76ers didn't want to win.
Yes. No, and I don't think anybody there wanted to win. Nope. Sam Hinkie came out and said, we are going to lose as many games as humanly possible for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. You can't tell me, I know his career took a heck of a turn, but Ben Simmons was a good player.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is a very good player, but I do think there is something to the fact, if you want to stick in that sport, I don't think it's some crazy coincidence that the Celtics are still very good this year without Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Because their goal is to win, period.
Right.
Missoula, Brad Stevens, they don't give a crap who's playing, man. You're out there to win, and that's a culture thing. I don't think it's a mistake that, not that it was bad before he showed up, but Jim Tressel and then Urban Meyer and then Ryan Day. Just losing isn't an option.
And that's where, I wonder about it. But it's, yes, the 76ers, I think, the fact that they haven't won a title tells you they screwed it up.
Close, yeah.
Right, they screwed it up.
And you just can't, look, man, you're going to have some bad seasons, and there is a certain extent that getting rewarded with a high draft pick, that's a good thing. But at some point, you have to try to win. They're obviously kind of an exception to the rule here. They were flat out trying to lose as many games as humanly possible. And when your season is 6-7 months long, that's I think that's a bad thing to beat into people's brains. But
Dallas, by the way, bottomed out in Jimmy Johnson's first year.
They were still trying. Here's the thing: putting together a roster like the Celtics, they shed a lot of salary. Yeah. But they still go out there and prepare like they're trying to win.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Johnson, hey, they understood what they were doing. They got rid of a lot of older players, and they got rid of guys who maybe were more talented, and they talk about that maybe weren't as committed to the program.
Okay.
And so, listen, we know that we might be losing, but we're not accepting that. We're still trying to win, and we're still trying to get better, even if we know we don't have a roster that is designed to win today. We still expect to win.
And I think there's it's not something you can necessarily always compute, but I think there's just a general mindset to it too.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown has a sore knee. He's still playing tonight.
Yeah.
Because that's the expectation.
That's what you do.
He's making X amount of money. He's supposed to be one of the best players on the team and in the league, so I'm going to go out there and play. I think there's probably been a lot of time. It's not that he doesn't want to win, but does he prepare the way to do what it takes to win?
Right.
In terms of Embiid, he's kind of been more of a guy that it's he's going to miss some games throughout the year.
Okay, but Dallas going 1-15 in that first year benefited them. With Jimmy Johnson going 1-15 and getting Aikman, right? Is that the way? I've got that right? They 1-15 and got Aikman, right?
Yeah.
That benefited Dallas to go 1-15 that year.
It did.
So that's all I'm saying is does it benefit a franchise?
It might. But the thing is, they got rid of a lot of aging guys. They were preparing for the future. But if you go watch Jimmy Johnson coach and practice that year, it's not like he's walking around saying, hey, we need to lose this game.
Right, hey. Yeah. You don't look very good there, Jeff Coat. Right?
Where it's when Philadelphia drafted Embiid, they were still hey, man, you're a little banged up. If you don't want to play the next couple months, why don't you just take a nice rest? That's fine.
Michael Irvin still playing to win.
Yes.
Here's the big question, Bob, from Brian. 22 degrees outside. Bobby's shorts on. I don't know if
that's a culture thing, Tito.
I don't know if I'm impressed or confused. Bob, should Brian be impressed that you're wearing shorts in 22 degrees or confused?
I don't know. I'm going to work out, so that's why I have this on. I wear shorts in here every day, big dog. So
actually, people don't know this because they don't see. We have cameras in the studio, but not outside. Bobby actually wears the tearaway sweats. No. And so what he does, he comes in, he tears them off right before he walks in the studio. No one sees that. You're right outside the studio right now are Bobby's tearaway sweats that he wears out there. But that's okay. But yes, so thank you, Brian, for that. Coming up next, Joey's Guys Juice, Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they are ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little fly, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step,
Bella, let's go.
guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Bobby played for the Dallas Cowboys. Tito wears assless chaps. I'm dead sexy. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sorry. Mike, look, I'm sorry I'm late coming back. But I asked Bob, like Heartline, he's gone now, right? His office cleaned out, you think? Like he's...
I'm sure he was probably getting stuff out of there and getting prepared to...
I don't know if it's like a post thing, if it's... I know, it's happened a few days ago now.
Post-team meeting, they don't have now. They put their team together, and then when the portal's done and everybody's there, then they'll have a meeting for the start of next year. And they probably have exit meetings with some guys. And it's a little weird. You'd always have exit meetings before, but now... with the portal and everything, I think they have a lot of those kind of after the season, like the normal season.
After the regular season.
Yeah, whereas what guys are planning on doing, going to get in the portal, and a lot of it's sometimes on the school, like the coaches as well, where we're going to have you back. I mean, there's a financial component. This is what things are looking like. We want you back. Want you back at maybe this number.
Right.
This is what it looked like, and maybe there's some negotiation and movement around some of those things, or maybe we're bringing in other guys here to compete, and maybe you're taking a haircut. Like, we'd still love to have you, but if you start, then that's great. We'll take care of it. And it'll be open competition, though. Like, you're not guaranteed something.
I'm going to give you three numbers, Bob.
Okay.
50, 75, 100.
Okay.
What percentage of players that are in the portal or going to be in the portal for Ohio State have made that decision already?
Probably at least 75.
At least 75, okay.
There are guys that maybe are unsure. There's some guys that are unsure about whether or not they're going to the NFL, like they're going to go to the go to the draft or not. But I would say that, 75%.
75% of the people that are going to be in the portal are in the portal right now.
Yeah. Well, no.
I've made the decision. I'm sorry. Their mind's made
decision.
up.
I don't know if it's been announced.
Gotcha.
The coaches made it. I don't know how that works. Like how people, when it becomes live, that you're portal engaged.
Yes.
I don't know how that works.
I also want to know, when did the portal open? I know it's today. Was it midnight? Is it noon?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think it probably had to be midnight, right?
Like, do you go on your status, your portal status, and click to available?
Have you been asked by a player? Have you ever asked by a player, Bob? Hey, I'm thinking about going to the portal. What do you think? Have you ever been asked by a player?
No.
would you advise, if a player said, what do you think, would you give him advice or would you say, I'm not getting involved in that?
If someone would come to me and ask, like, legitimately about my thoughts on what they should do, I would give them. You
would advise them. You would feel okay doing that.
I've done that before, like, never with the portal, but more, and maybe along the lines, there was some talk last year with guys getting in and people would ask, and sometimes I'd offer, unsolicited advice, not a lot, just, it was more along the lines of, I would just ask them questions. This is what Tress would always do. He would never tell you what to do, but he would ask questions about what you value, what you think is important, and what you think the best decision would be based upon these different outcomes that would potentially happen. And where do you think these will be best for you? So that's what I try to do. I don't ever tell anybody what to do. If this is what you value.
If that's advice, you give it.
I give them advice to make them think, I think, more so now. And that's something that Tress always did for me and for a lot of guys. And I think that's the best way to go about it.
Are you the next linebackers coach at South Florida?
And that is not to my knowledge.
All right, here we go.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby, sources tell me it's Friday, I guess. What's got you juiced?
What's got me juiced? Well, my goodness.
Go to bed.
I'm actually good now. I feel great. What's got me juiced? The fact that I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night and got a lot of sleep. So what is that? I got like 9.5 hours of sleep or something. Maybe I went to bed at 7:30. I'm not sure. I went upstairs. I didn't even try. I was going to turn TV on. I read a little bit and then boom, just so what am I doing? Like, I'm really tired.
Read a book or on your phone?
I never read on my phone.
Okay.
That's not reading.
The blue light.
If you read a tablet or read on your phone, that's not reading. There's your poll question.
Looking at your tablet is
okay.
what that is.
That's reading, Bob. You're still reading.
I understand you are, but it's also, I'm looking at a book.
All right.
Like either a book, a Bible, like whatever it is. Like it is paper. I'm not looking at a machine. If it counts as screen,
I am the machine.
If it counts as screen time, it's not relaxing.
Okay.
It's not. It's negative. So, getting all that sleep was good. I'll probably still hit a nap today and get going. It's Friday, so that's got me juiced. Obviously, it's good to be back. That's got me juiced in a positive way. Obviously, what happened on the 31st was negative juice and not great. I thought the games yesterday, outcomes were most of what I wanted to see, what I thought I would see. The Ole Miss was a little bit surprising. I thought that'd be a good game, and kudos to them for overcoming some of the things that they did and, a scoop and score and everything else and battling back and getting a big win with time expired. And so people may not say this, kicking game matters. That's a big deal. Ole Miss's kicking game was good.
Guy was drilling 55-yarders.
Smoked it for them to get in. So good for him. All that's got me juiced either up or down and excited to be with you guys on Monday. What's Slay's got to say?
I was like, God invented shoulder pads so that you could get offensive linemen could get your hands inside on them. They're like man-made handles. He did that for you so that you could jam that into the neck of a defensive lineman and march him back.
There's your poll question. Did God invent shoulder pads?
Guess he kind of invented everything, right?
He said God invented shoulder pads for this purpose.
Yes, not just for fun, but just for that intention of driving a guy back. Yeah, I'm with you, Carp. Super juiced that we're all back in here doing the show. It was a lot of fun today. Good to be back. And not the first time in a month, but maybe close to a month
Feels
having
like
us all in here. Was juiced watching the games sort of yesterday. I don't know. I didn't catch much of the one game that was actually good. And honestly, watching the Rose Bowl just reminded me that I'm not quite over what the committee did. And putting the not 12 best teams into the playoff. But
would you have rather been in and had Notre Dame get beat by Indiana like that?
That badly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'd still take winning a game.
Yeah. You won one.
And you take your shot at it, right? And I still think, even though we learned last week, Tito and I did, and that Austin Ward despises the Rose Bowl more than anything in this world.
Hates it.
Having never seen Notre Dame play in the Rose Bowl.
Would have been cool.
Would have been cool to see. So that would have had me juice, Bob, but it didn't, unfortunately. But yeah. And last but not least, of course, Tito.
Yeah.
Juice that it's Friday. What's got you juice, sir?
It's not Friday for me. I got to work tomorrow. I'm doing Fan Sports Saturday with Reeser. Bob, have you noticed?
That's not work. Reeser makes it.
Reeser will carry. No doubt about it. Hey, being in the two chair with Reeser.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Read and react. Bob, you've noticed Bodie's been busy today, right? A lot of sounds, a lot of things, right? A lot going on over there.
I guess.
Okay.
I haven't been here, so I haven't to compare it against what, I'm not sure.
What I'm saying is that today in the chat, there was no Steve Kerr. So the fact that Bodie was super busy, no Steve Kerr, I'm just saying we could be looking at a Clark Kent Superman situation here to where it's quite possible.
Oh, he is Steve Kerr.
People in chat think there's a chance that Bodie is Steve Kerr. And he will go back and forth.
I mean, it would be a pretty big turn of events that he had blocked himself at one point.
You would never think that you'd block yourself. That's part of the ruse.
It's kind of like a Dwight situation. You lose, you trust.
Exactly.
Would you like to form an alliance?
Yeah. Hey, look, marijuana's a mind-erasing drug. How do you know if you didn't do it? You might have done it.
Yeah, there you go.
How much pot did you smoke, Dwight?
Exactly. That's the part I'm talking about here. It's very possible that Bodie is Steve Kerr. I don't know how we're going to figure out what the... we have to do a live appearance somewhere probably, right?
Yeah.
And we need to see Steve Kerr show up.
Yeah.
If that would happen. What's got me juiced? And Rick's brought it up in the chat. He's juiced for Buckeye basketball season resuming tonight.
Oh.
That's where we're at now.
Piscataway.
Yes. A game against Rutgers. Road Big Ten game in January. Doesn't always end well for Ohio State, right? What
could possibly go wrong?
It's very important. It really is. And I hate to say there's a throwaway game in Rochester, but it can't be a throwaway game in Rochester. I don't know how good Rutgers is. I know they had two
in the Olympics.
Right. I know they had 2 top 5 draft picks last year. I have no idea how good they are.
Probably not as good as last year.
Who are we playing, Bruce?
I want to see an Ohio State win on the road in January in the Big Ten. Unlike you guys, I think the CFP has failed. This is a crap Final Four. I'm not happy about that. I'm just not happy about it. I
Listen
don't.
to you.
Bob, give me Ohio State, give me Texas Tech, give me Georgia, give me Indiana. That's
Texas
my Final
Tech,
Four.
That would be.
I'd be fine. I'm just saying, there's no team I want to win.
Scored as many points as we did.
I don't want to see one of these 4 teams win the championship this year. I don't.
Why?
Because none of them are what I want.
Because why not, Bob?
That's the reason, Bob. Why not?
Then you need to change what you want. Because you just can't stand to be wrong on Indiana is mostly what it is.
What about root for Ole Miss? That's a good story.
I'm not going to know because
Coach quit and left.
Lane will probably get $1 million when they win. He gets $500,000 to win yesterday. I understand that, but now Lane's getting probably $1 million if they win it. And I don't like that.
You don't have to root for Lane. You can root for the team.
I'm not rooting. Because if I root for the team, root for Lane. I'm not rooting for Georgia.
I don't think so.
I'm not rooting for Indiana.
I think most people who are pulling for Ole Miss are doing it
in spite of Lane.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So they're doing the thing like with the Indians in Major League. Yeah. They're not winning for the owner.
They're winning in spite of the owner.
They're ripping that off, yes.
You could root for Miami and be one of those people that's like, hey, we lost to the best team.
I can't root for the U.
If they win, do I get to claim that Notre Dame was the second best team in the country because we only lost by 3?
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
If they win by 4 or more in their final.
I wish Indiana played them in the next round so I could just want Indiana to bludgeon them by 100.
You might get it after that.
I'm rooting for Bodie. That's where we're at. Folks, thanks for tuning in.